Welcome back, everybody. Holy crap, it's cold here in Texas. We were in Colorado for a few days for Maddie and I's honeymoon, and we definitely brought all the Colorado cold back with us. Hey. If you can hear a lot of crazy sounds going in the background, we have some guys working on the house. They're putting stuff on the main house, and it'll be done. We'll show everybody everything, but for now, you're just gonna have to hear some of that until it's completely done, and then I'll show you. First thing I need to do today is I need to cover up a couple of those pipes that I put all of the sprinklers in with. I need to cover those trenches. It's getting a little bit chilly here in Texas. It's not super cold yet, but it is coming, and I want to do it before it gets down into the freezing temperatures. Today's just kind of the perfect day to do it. I don't really have anything else going on, except for I'm going to do a review of the trailer that we bought a couple months back. I haven't done a review on it, and so I figured like this was the perfect time. We've hauled it a bunch. We've had a bunch of horses in it. We've used it a lot, and so I figured why not do a little update, a little review on this trailer. What are you doing? Come here. What are you doing, pup? Come on. Like I said, Maddie and I were on our honeymoon for about a week in Colorado, and so we haven't really had any horse content on this channel. That'll change soon. I think actually in a couple days on Thursday, I think I'm finally going to be able to get to ride again and get these horses legged up and ready for some ropings. I have really been putting this off for a while. I hate shoveling. While I'm walking out here, I guess I'll do a quick little check on these horses. It's not super cold. The only horse that we blanketed was Leah. Maddie did that about midday today, just because she's not as used to this cold. So she's not quite as used to this, but they are getting super furry. Blue gets really furry, and this is kind of the perfect temperature for them to get used to some of this cold weather, grow a little bit of a coat. They're already starting to get a little bit of a coat coming in. You're like super dirty though. We just bathed them, just gave them a good wash, but can never keep them clean. Anyhow, everybody looks good. They got a little bit of a winter coat coming in, which is super nice. Dude, get. Only problem was last night it rained a little bit, but I think everybody stayed pretty much out of the rain. Leah, quit. She's over there fussing at Smoke, thinking it's feeding time, but not yet. Still got a little bit to go. Boop. They're all good. They're getting fuzzy, but like I said, these 40 and 45 degree days really get them started on their coats. Hey, quit being mean. Oh my gosh. They have a little energy in them too. This cold weather gets them a little fresh. I couldn't get it on camera, but he was bucking. Let's see if I can get it now. I guess he was all fake. Nothing too crazy. Anyhow, this weather really gets them started on their coat so that when those really cold days come on, they'll be able to handle it really well. We don't blanket the other two horses, so I don't blanket Blue and I don't blanket Smoke until it gets like pretty chilly, like in the 30s. If I'm feeling super nice, I will go ahead and blanket them in the high 30s, but most of the time they're good. Honestly, we just give them more hay. If it gets super cold, just give those horses hay and let their bodies do the rest. Unless they're stuck in a stall, then you probably have to blanket. Anytime that we had our horses stalled, we had a heat lamp and a blanket just because they can't walk around as much. That's something you really have to take into consideration. So I really don't want to do this, but I know that I need to, so might as well just get it done. Oh my goodness. I tried to bust that out pretty quick. It's a little chilly and I don't want to be standing out here for a long time. I feel much better now that the pipe's not exposed. So if we do have one of those really cold weather snaps, I'm not going to be out here fixing leaky pipes. I keep looking at this arena and I really am so excited to get back to roping, get back to riding a whole bunch. With the wedding and everything that goes into a wedding, it really just kind of took us out of the saddle for a bit. But Colorado was really the trip that we needed. Get a little bit of rest, get a little bit of relaxation in, and these horses are going to be ridden quite a bit now. After watching the American Rope Horse Futurity when we were in Colorado, it really just got me going again. Not that I was not motivated to rope, I just need to put more time into it, put more effort into making sure that I can go different places, train the horses properly. And I tell you what, watching that American Rope Horse Futurity will definitely do that to you. So let me tell you a little bit about this trailer. We bought this trailer, oh shoot, it was probably almost 3 months ago. I'll put the video up here somewhere. This is a Trails West Adventure model. It's a 2-horse slant. I think it's a 2020. And I've had a lot of people reach out and say that they've been looking at trailers, or this is a trailer model that they were going to get. And so I hadn't done a review in a while, and so I just figured, why not do a review, show you what we love about this trailer, the few little things that I'm not a huge fan of, but this is a good one. Well, to start out, the back of this trailer is one of my favorite aspects about it. It has the latch, right? Just like a normal latch, and it opens, but these hinges are huge, right? You don't really have to line them up like a lot of trailers. There's so much room in there that it's super easy to latch and close in a hurry, or open in a hurry. Some people have trouble opening them in a hurry if they've got a horse standing back here or whatever the case may be. These hinges, or this mechanism right here that actually shuts it and locks it into place, is amazing. It's actually the first time that I've ever seen a setup like this on a trailer, so I didn't really know how I was going to love it, but I love it more than any of the other latches that I've seen. Second thing that I absolutely love about this trailer is the lights. It's got LED lights. It's got one on the back and then one on either side. They've got little switches right here, which if it was hooked up to the truck, you could see, but it's not, so you're not. Anyhow, that's another really cool feature. The LED lights are so bright, it's unreal. Moving on to the inside of the trailer, everything is lined with the rubber. The mats on the bottom are rubber, and that really just helps. It helps everything along the way. Make sure that these horses are riding comfortably and sound when we get to the ropings. Cool aspect to this trailer is these latches right here. A giant pet peeve of mine sometimes are these latches. They're hard to get undone. They're hard to get hooked back up. These are super easy. It's this one little mechanism. You hit it and it comes right out, right open. There's no muss, no fuss with it. And then you swing this bad boy around, lock it in, and this deal right here keeps everything in place, and you don't ever have to worry about it coming undone. All I do is I slide it shut, I pull it back on it one time, and you're good to go. It's a great feature about this trailer. Have a light on the inside. Super nice when you're loading in the dark. And once again, the lights are one of my favorite aspects about this trailer, because on my old CM 2-horse, I didn't have lights, and there were so many times, especially loading horses in the dark, I really wish I would have had them, that's for sure. Moving on to the side of the trailer, the one big thing that kind of irks me just a little bit is this stupid piece, right? This little rubber piece, look, it just, from the day that we bought it, it was coming off, and it's just gotten progressively worse. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to just yank all of this off and then take a grinder and grind all the way around it, because I've tried everything. I've tried sticking it back on there, holding it on there, and it just keeps coming off. So Not a big deal, but it's just kind of annoying. I wish I wouldn't have put it on there in the first place. The main reason that we bought this trailer was because of the inside, the tack room. And the tack room has, I think I've said this about everything on this trailer, but I think this is my favorite part about the trailer. We did a little bit of a tour when we first bought it, and honestly not much has changed on the inside because we do love it so much. The swing out saddle rack has been a lifesaver. There's no more crawling inside this trailer with a saddle on your hip to try to put it in a back corner somewhere. This one literally slides all the way out. That way you can get to everything. You can put your saddle on here without having to crawl inside, and you don't risk falling over. This place is very, very spacious. It's got the saddle pad rack right there, which I absolutely love. It's easy, nice, it's kind of out of the way of everything. And then you got all the hooks for all your bridles and bits. And it's got this little, I don't even know what that is, like fleece lining. It makes it so much nicer because everything's not banging around onto this metal behind it. And it also helps to not get those crazy like rust spots where the bits and everything swing back and forth. Yeah, this was definitely well done. The only other feature that I think I ought to talk about in this video is, other than the accessory wall on the door, which we didn't put that in. That was actually standard stock on it. So you gotta have your koozies and all your grooming supplies, and these are the ice wraps or whatever they're called, the Incrediwear wraps. These things are great to put on your horse's legs after a roping. Really cools them down. So, and of course, gotta have the treats in there. Other than the tack wall on the door, the only feature that I would probably get rid of if I had to do it all over again, or if I was building this trailer, is this ball hitch. This ball hitch is not my favorite. It's not bad, I just don't like it as much as the other ones. For starters, they don't have the ball hitch size on here. I think it is engraved down on this part right here, but it's pretty hard to read, and if you're not really looking for it, you wouldn't know. I always like to have the size of the ball written on there. And for anybody out there, no, Trails West or D&D did not pay me to say any of this. I really just like this trailer. I really loved my buying experience on it, so that's why I figured I'd let you know. That's a Team Roping review right there. Put in the comments below what you think we should review next. I'm always curious to see. I know a bunch of people have said some head ropes, some different companies, different lays, and so we'll definitely get to that at some point. I just haven't had the time to do it, and I really haven't been running enough steers to do that. So we will get to it at some point. Like I said, put it in the comments and we'll do it for sure. Now on to the next little part of what I got to do. It's only a few days until Halloween, and we really haven't done anything, so I'm gonna go get a pumpkin for Maddie. That's the game warden right there. Hello, sir. He's just sitting there hanging out. Glad I don't have to talk to him today. Although usually the game wardens that I've come across have been super cool, so I don't mind them. Was almost a huge bust. I went around to like the garden spot and a couple other spots in HEB, and they didn't have any of the big pumpkins. So I went back around and I looked in one of the other sections, and all they had is pie pumpkins. So I bought 2 of them, but they're the pie pumpkins, which, you know, I guess if we mess up on a carving or something like that, or if they don't carve right, we could always just eat them.
Thanks, honey.
But wait, there's some more.
Oh my gosh, you got me pumpkins. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Pumpkins and flour were a success. Now we need to get to the final task of the day. Feeding those ponies.
Which I already did.
You already did?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we're done for the day. We'll see y'all next time.